here's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, right back to ETN. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A short throw there to Strange. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check.
44 yards for Travis Etienne. And the Jags get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one swung out to Williams. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He's not critical about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he's going to have a Rams first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. That good for 19 on a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Again, it's Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
At the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Lawrence looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got it incomplete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 72 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Etienne up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange, a 14-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Play after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Stafford now to throw. Room past the 35 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, it's Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hunter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. A route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Open man, it's Hunter.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 87 yards now for ETN, and he's got a first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll go again with ETN. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with ETN. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. A handoff for ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Byron Young there on the stop.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run, and then executed.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This is 2nd and 8. To throw is Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
13.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together to come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Stafford. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Stafford. This is Smith to the ground. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyron Williams, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Rams 24, Jaguars 21.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Allen, nifty footwork. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know, heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Got a man, that's Hunter. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's returnable now for Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. We'll look to Williams to begin things. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Through the middle of the field. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams with now his second touchdown of this third quarter, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And here on third down, your number one goal, don't be a hero, just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him, and he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on second and 13. Lawrence. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he lost the football. And it looks like the Rams might have it, and they do have it. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jaguars 21.
On the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He completes it to Hunter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 33. A gain of 22. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 7. Again, it's Lawrence. Open man, that's Monk, the tight end. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Johnny Munt. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Rams 38. Jaguars 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Caught left side, Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
It's a gain of 2.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Rams, first down.
Smith, the man in motion left. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run it again with Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
PlayStation